Hello, hello, hello. Third Dave the Bard. I just gave birth to a pillow. Didn't hurt much. Anyway, I'm coming to you from the Federal Aviation Administration here in Saratoga Springs, Utah. Now, there's a big court case right now before the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. There's been a terrible deed that has been done, and Provo, Utah, Saratoga Springs, has brought it into court, and it could be a case that sets precedence for the rest of aviation history. Now, I remember years ago, I was with my wife up at the little park in Salt Lake City called Lagoon. And it's a beautiful little park. It's kind of like a little Disneyland. Clean, nice. I recommend it. My daughter Abby worked there for 2 years. Anyway, we were over at the pool area, and the kids were in the pond and going down the slides and all the fun things they do there. And of course, we're parents. We sit over on the picnic table wishing we were young again. Well, we're sitting there and we're having a little something to eat, picnic basket, and suddenly I'm looking at my wife, and a great big bird shit hit her in the head and ran down her face. Now, that wasn't a wife that I wish that had happened to. I've had other wives that I would have gone, hey, good job. But this, I go, hey, that ain't fair. A bird shit in the head? She didn't deserve that. She didn't have a sign that said, oh, birds, shit here. I like bird shit in my long, beautiful black Filipino hair. So, you know, she said to me in Filipino, what the fuck? Where the fuck's the midget? And I said, gee, I don't know. I haven't seen that happen very often. And I don't know why it would happen to you. Maybe it has something to do with you being a Mormon and Jesus. I don't know these things. Do birds shit on religious people? I never had a bird shit on me, but I've never been religious either. So, I'm saying to myself, you know, birds need to have penalties. If a bird shits on you, there should be some kind of, I don't know, an arrest, some kind of a booking, and the bird ought to have to go up on the stand, and the prosecutor say, where the fuck's the midget? What are you doing shitting on people? There's a lot of places to shit in the world. Why shit on someone's head? Well, I don't know what a bird defense attorney would say. The bird was blind. He couldn't find an open space. It's mitigating, I guess. But anyway, then I saw this aircraft. Remember the one that landed in the Hudson River? I've flown over the Hudson River in a, oh God, it's not a Piper Cub. It was a, I can't remember, little plane. We had fun. I had a friend. We flew down up and down the Hudson, went around the Statue of Liberty. It was a bitch. It was fun. Well, remember that big plane that the birds hit? The engines went out. And, you know, the pilot was wonderful. He got the plane into the water and the people out of it and was a hero. How come those birds didn't get jailed? I don't understand that. There should be some kind of a law in bird school that says you don't get near jets that are flying. And don't shit on people. These are not good things. Well, then you go into places like New York and other places where there's statutes, and they have signs for the birds. I don't know. Maybe they have a different language. When you put a sign up that says, birds, please do not shit on these beautiful statues, they're very disrespectful creatures. They just shit where they want. They just shit where they want. Now, any of you that have had bird shit stories can relate to what I'm saying here. This is an important issue. Well, there's a court case now, and there's a man from Provo, Utah, that is a hang glider. Now, first of all, I don't think hang gliders are allowed to just shit anywhere they want. You know, if you're a hang glider and you're going along and you go over a freeway and you shit on a CHP car, even if it has a sunroof, that ain't good. They're going to probably track you down, and they're probably going to you know, arrest your butt. I don't know. How do you handcuff a butt? In my sex life, I probably could have figured it out years ago, but now these days, I can't even see handcuffs. Anyway, this man has decided to take a bird under his wing, so to speak. He has decided that he's going to hang glide like a bird. Well, it's free. It's America, and you can fly wherever you want. And if you have an engine, of course, up there, now you're under the FAA aviation rules and laws and instruments and whatever. But if you're a hang glider, you're just stupid. You can go out there and hang in the air all you want. Well, this guy was cool. He said, I'm going to show the world how we revenge these incidents of bird shit. Bird shit should not just be falling on human beings, their statutes, their cars, etc. So, he puts a webcam, I guess, on his head, and he's flying. He's going through the air, and it's cool. Well, the bird shit president flew up beside him and told him, get the hell out of the air. We're only allowed to shit up here. And he got in an argument with an owl. Now, I don't know how he knows owl. I think he's a returned missionary. And he went to the island of the owls and baptized, 50 million of them, according to the Mormon Church. There's 50 million owls now baptized in the church. So he told the owl to fuck off. And the owl told him to fuck off. And neither one of them fucked off. And so the owl came over and started chewing on his boot. Well, now that's an assault right there. That's an assault in midair. If you were an airliner, you could land and have that owl arrested. The terrorist activity, well, the hang glider defended himself. And he kicked the owl in the mouth with his boot. Owls don't have teeth, but I think this was a fake owl because it was spitting teeth out to make it look worse. Well, anyway, these two went back and forth, and the owl said, you're not allowed to be up here. And the man said, I can be up here if I want, leave me alone. And the owl said, we can shit where we want. And the man said, well, we're civilized. You want to go down on the ground? I'll show you what I can shit on. You. So anyway, they went back and forth. The owl is biting the man is kicking the owl. Well, now guess which one is arrested in Utah? The owl was wearing garments. They didn't arrest the owl. He was wearing garments. The hang glider, he was hang gliding. He didn't have his garments on. So the police decided that the owl was right and the hang glider is wrong. And now the hang glider is spending all of his money, all of his time with defense attorneys and in jail and all of these federal charges of, I guess it's federally against the law to kick an owl in the mouth. I never got close enough to an owl to kick him in the mouth, but this guy figured it out. Minding his own business, just gently flying through the air, and this owl comes up, bites him. Now the owl thinks he's going to get away with it. Well, he did. So the owl is flying faster and faster away from the guy. With the guy on the hang glider, he's good. He goes faster and faster. So he's going after the owl, kicking the shit out of the owl, and the owl is trying to go. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. So anyway, I have a link down below. You can take a look at the president owl with garments on. And I want you to have health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength and loins in the sinews, power and priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. That's the name of the second token of the Melchizedek priesthood, the patriarchal grip. And this is this Pele Ale, or God, hear the words of my mouth, is the true order of prayer. So I think the owl was doing this while they were trying to arrest him. The police in the air, the airplane in the air, they couldn't catch the owl. But they caught the guy take a look, judge for yourself. This bar's gone.